Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Steeply. So I'm continuing the run through the Oollo teas that I have, which you guys had voted on. The link to the straw poll is in the description. The votes are still open, so feel free to place them. It'll continue on bumping up the tea that you want to see, which I will be reviewing next Friday. So if there's one that you really in particular want to see reviewed before the other, go ahead and cast your votes. They're still open. That would be much appreciated. So the tea this week is the Iron Buddha Oolong from Oollo. And again, just a quick shout out to Jenny from Oollo for sending me the teas. Thanks a lot. The links to Oollo Tea's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and their personal site will be in the description. I'll also be throwing up links as I talk a little bit about the tea in the lower third. And yeah, go and give them some love. That would be really awesome. They're a great company based out in Vancouver. If you want to learn a little bit more, I'll throw up an annotation here as well as a link in the description to the video 2 weeks ago where I talked a little bit about how I wanted you guys to engage with me and more history about the company. So definitely go check them out. That would be awesome. And yeah, I guess to keep it short, I will jump right in. So first off the bat for the Iron Buddha Oolong is the color. Again, a nice golden color, very clear, little bit of sediment, not too much. Very apple juice, honey-esque color to it. A little bit of red through the top of the glass, which is always nice. It has a good amberish quality to it. Smell-wise, let's find out. Smell-wise, you get a little bit of honey. It's not anywhere near the level that it was last week. That still blew me away. This one is a lot more, I guess, standardized nose, is very earthy. It has some of the bitterness coming through, that tinge of honey on the underside, which is a nice tail end to the smell of the tea. You definitely feel the granularity of the tea, that sort of chalkiness which comes through on the nose. It's not a super complex nose, but it's a very still calming and relaxing sort of smell. It's something that's definitely appreciated. I know I enjoy that sort of smell combination when it comes to different teas. Taste-wise, immediately on the front palate is where the sort of bitterness shines through. It's a tongue-stinging sort of bitterness, not in the way that you literally feel it, but in the way that it's present. It sort of grabs the attention of your palate, definitely more so than the other tastes. Then in the mid palate is where it starts to open up a little bit. You get the chalkiness, a little bit of the dryness. The bitter has sort of subdued itself, and you get those earthy undertones coming through. And on the back palate, it still carries its way down your palate, so it's sort of a slow rolling bitterness. Think of it like a red carpet of bitterness just kind of opening down your tongue and slowly starting to close back up. But it's also where you start to get some of the honey. So it's a very interesting combination of sweet, bitter, and dry. So if you're not a huge fan of drier teas, maybe skip this one, but of course, definitely give them a shot. You don't know what your palate likes unless you don't try it, right? But again, different strokes for different folks. So it's very possible that this tea might drive you insane, or you might absolutely fall in love with it. I'm leaning a little bit more towards the falling in love with it camp. I could definitely see this as an easy drinking tea, sort of midday after lunch, and you want a little bit more energy to keep yourself going, but you don't want to have something super heavy in flavor, something just nice, relaxing, that would complement a lot of lunch dishes that people tend to eat. So it would be a very nice mix, especially with a salad of some kind. I feel like it could be a really cool combination. So yeah, that pretty much sums up the Iron Buddha. If there's any suggestions for teas, products, or video ideas that you have, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm pretty active on there, especially when it comes to @replies and mentions and things like that, so feel free to ping me on that. Instagram, leave a comment on the photos with suggestions or whatever it may be. Always welcome. And of course, the comment section is reigning supreme, so feel free to plop your ideas and stuff there. I do have an idea for a video coming up. Well, two actually. One of them was a Q&A video that I'd been wanting to do for a little bit, so feel free to bombard me with questions. I'll start aggregating them now, and eventually when I shoot the video, I will have some to choose from, so go ahead and do that. Again, Instagram, Twitter, in the comment section, however you want to do it. Feel free, I'm all ears. And the other video series that I had in mind was sort of a short mini series of different teas and a little history on them. So it would either be part of the Friday show or maybe another day during the week, just to vary it up a little bit and give you guys some more content. So if you have any suggestions for teas that you want to see first, go ahead and leave the type that you want, whether it's you want to learn more about black teas, oolongs, anything along those lines, go ahead and leave them down there, and I'll get to it eventually. So yeah, that pretty much sums up this week's episode of video. Again, the votes are still open. Straw poll in the description. Link will pop up here. Place your votes, and I will see you guys next week with the next selection from Oolong. Have a good one.